Hey everyone, welcome back. Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 25th day of August, 2024, it's 2023, I'm going to take you over to moneymetals.com and we can check out those live spot prices as well as the premium and the availability for the 23 American Silver Eagles. But before all that, huge shout out and a big thank you to each and every single one of our channel members. Thank you all very much. Appreciate all y'all. Now, over here to Money Metals, like I told you. And also, stick around to the end, folks. I got a really good type quiz to see if you're a numismatist. Numismatist. See that? That's hard one to say for me. I can't even tell you how many times I had to practice that. Now, gold is down 25 cents to 1927.65. Silver up 4 pennies to 24.39. Platinum up 5.90 to 958.20. Palladium down 6.50 to 12.85 even. Steven, you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $7.49. And what are they going to pay you for a American Eagle there? $25.92 each. Wow, huh? That could be better, indeed. Now, let's head over here to the United States Mint Bullion sales. And, well, sales totals by month are updated every weekday by 5 p.m. Eastern, but there's no new tale to tell. We do have a nice story to tell this month, but let's tell a better story than what we've been. Let's have like an 80s movie ending, like where everybody's happy at the ending and there's justice served to the bad guys, right? The 80s movies rocked. Now, let's keep on keeping on. This is a really important story we covered back in, I think it was March. This is from February 13th, 2023. So it happened it didn't happen this year. The story came out this year. Nickel market reacts to Trafigura's shocking fraud allegations. I'm going to just say that once. Nickel market participants around the world reacted with alarm to the allegations of systematic fraud raised by global commodity trading house Trafigura that could result in losses up to $577 million. That's incredible, right? That's a lot of money. Now, it says here they're launching a legal action against Dubai-based trader Pratik Gupta and companies connected to apparently controlled by Gupta, including UD Trading and TMT Metals, it said Thursday, February 9th. Now, do you remember this, folks? This was a big deal. Now, it says here it's not currently clear which legal jurisdiction the case is being brought. All right, but there's really big deal here. The alleged fraud involved purchase of containerized nickel in 2022, with Trafigura claiming that a small portion or proportion of the containers purchased from these companies have been inspected, right, as they reached their destination and were found not to contain nickel at all. They claim that the alleged fraud involves misrepresentation and presentation of a variety of false documentation for the cargo, while most shipments reportedly remain in transit and therefore await further inspection. The trader estimates that it will face almost a $600 million loss because of the alleged fraud. This is a big deal. They said this is a significant volume of material. 20,000 tons of nickel represents close to 1% of the total nickel production globally and more than 2.5% of global class 1 nickel production globally. There's different classes, which is quality of nickel, all right? This volume would also represent more than 46% of the total nickel stocks currently on warrant at the LME globally. That's kind of a large percent, right? Well, and just want to let you know, I did a story about this back in what I want to say 5 months ago. LME finds bags of stone instead of bags of nickel as EU deems copper and nickel as strategic materials. And I will leave a link in the description for this video here. But guess what? Yeah, this is mining.com, another metals trader, and this just came out yesterday, folks. This is a big deal. Another metals trader says it has been hit by nickel fraud. What? Yeah. Whoops. Cranes at the port of Klang near Kuala Lumpur. Stock image. There you go. So that's pretty amazing. Look at that. Those ships getting loaded and offloaded of all their precious cargo. Another trading house has been stung after buying a cargo supposedly containing nickel that turned out to be full of near worthless rubble. Oh, here we go again. You know, folks, it just goes to show you that if you don't have it in your hot little hands, how do you know what it is or when it's going to get to you? That's just amazing. The latest example, detailed in lawsuits in London and Singapore, is separate from the $600 million alleged fraud against Trafigura group that shocked the trading industry earlier this year, but it involves several of the same companies. Now, folks, if it does, you think you'd learn your lesson? I don't know. That's just a real tough one to say. The revelation that the problem of non-existent nickel is more widespread will be another blow to the confidence in the scandal-prone metals trading industry. Isn't that sad? Scandal-prone metals trading industry. Isn't that something? And it makes you scratch your head. Why would you even want to get into an industry that has so much scandal to it, right? That's amazing. The Trafigura case has spawned, I got to say that a million more times, don't I? has spawned several lawsuits, while in March, the London Metal Exchange, that's the LME, discovered that 54 tons of quote-unquote nickel held in a warehouse in Rotterdam and owned by JP Morgan and Chase was actually just bags of stones. Yeah, that sucks. That's rough. That's just how you can even get, I mean, you can't even, you have to actually get it shipped, and then you got to inspect all of those to find out what's what. I mean, that's just amazing. In the new case, U.S. trading house Catamon Metals LLC Limited Liability Company alleges it paid $3.3 million for nickel from New Alloys Trading, PTE, only to discover when it opened the containers that there was no nickel inside. What? Yeah, that's like when you go to the drive-thru and you order whatever you ordered and you get home and there's nothing what you wanted. Somebody else's order. And they didn't pay as much as you did. Now, New Alloys, maybe it's not like that, I don't know. New Alloys is among the companies that Trafigura claims was part of the alleged Gupta fraud. New Alloys isn't owned by Gupta, and the Catamon claim is against New Alloys makes no mention of him. Still, the trade appears to be part of a broader set of transactions involving several companies linked to Gupta, and Gupta himself got involved in negotiations over them, according to Catamon's separate London lawsuit. That's amazing. Moreover, many of the details of what is alleged to have happened in the Catamon and Trafigura cases are similar, and the two companies' trades appear to have unraveled at almost exactly the same time. So it looks like it took them longer to figure this out than the other one back in March. Okay, here we go. Now it says nickel deals go bad. Missouri headquartered Catamon is a mid-sized U.S.-focused commodity trading house best known for its role in the aluminum market. But in August of 2022, that was a year ago, folks, according to Catamon's filings in a Singapore lawsuit, it entered into an agreement to buy 67 tons of LME branded nickel, and it doesn't say if it's grade 1 or Class A or B or whatever it is, nickel for $3.3 million from New Alloys. The nickel was supposed to travel on a simple route from Singapore to the Dubai port of Jebel Ali that month. Instead, unbeknown to Catamon, the containers ended up sitting on a dock in Port Klang, Malaysia until the following March. So maybe it happened there. Who knows? In the meantime, because who's in charge over here? Who's running this show? In the meantime, communication between the parties deteriorated. The bills of lading, crucial shipping documents that describe ownership of a particular cargo, were lost in transit to Catamon from its bank, J.P. Morgan and Chase. Why is that name familiar? Why is that so familiar in trading? While in Catamon tried to have their documents reissued, representatives of New Alloys and its freight forwarding agent, Tex Logistics PT, delayed that process. The legal filings allege, by mid-January, New Alloys and Techies had stopped responding to emails and WhatsApp messages altogether, according to Catamon's lawsuit. Boy, they got the cold shoulder, didn't they? That's rough. In March, having finally located the containers still in Port Klang, Catamon representatives accompanied by, wow, that's amazing, accompanied by, and you know what's interesting? During March is when, that news broke about the other nickel shipment, right? Wow, could you imagine that feeling you get when you speed by a cop? Yeah, that's probably what they got when they heard that news, right? Catamon representatives, accompanied by inspectors, inspections experts, and lawyers, broke them open only to find they did not contain any nickel. Each of the 7 shipping containers contained 16 or 17 jumbo bags containing waste steel briquettes, which were virtually worthless. Ouch! Burned. The claim at Singapore's Supreme Court states a laboratory analysis of material did not find any nickel present in any of the steel briquettes. Wow, that so sucks. Catamon's lawyers claimed that New Alloys and Techies, by unlawful means, conspired and combined together to defraud the claimant and to conceal such fraud and the proceeds of such fraud from the claimant. Catamon and Techies did not respond, I'm probably saying that wrong, did not respond to requests for comment made by email and phone. Techies filed a response in the Singapore case saying that its role had been limited to organizing storage and shipping for New Alloys and that it had never vouched for the cargo's contents. Manaj Manan, I don't even know, yeah. The director of New Alloys had previously denied all allegations of fraud in response to the Trafigura case. Look at that. Wow. A representative of New Alloys said it had not been served legal documents, so would reserve comments regarding the nickel cargo. It did say that the company had only a general business relationship with Pratik Gupta and that had been doing business with Catamon Metals since November of 2020. That's a 2-year relationship until things went south, I guess. Cataman's account shares some similarities with Trafigura case. Trafigura has also found non-compliant materials ranging from steel products to iron products in containers that should have held nickel, the trading house had said in its legal filings. Techie was also involved in a shipping agent in a cargo of nickel that's at the center of a legal dispute connected to the Trafigura case. That's a tough one. I'm going to leave a link in the description. You guys can keep reading this. That's the Gupta link there. I think that's basically the rest of it. Now, let's get over here to numismatic news. There's a really cool quiz here. It's by Patrick Heller. It was 13 hours ago. You might be a numismatist if, all right? It says here, what are the behaviors that indicate someone is a numismatist and not a member of the general public who handles coins and currency? Well, you might be a numismatist if you check any change you receive for dates and mint marks, do you? You pay for currency. You pay currency for smaller purchases in order to receive coins back in change. You might be. You examine the serial numbers of your currency for ladders, repeaters, radars, ascending or descending sequences. You might be. You always carry around either your numismatic want list or maybe even an inventory for your entire collection. That'd be something. This is what I got. Right. You eagerly look forward to finding the New Year dated coins in your change. Who doesn't love that? You own a set of coins issued in the year you were born. Absolutely. When you make suggestions to others on gifts you are interested in receiving, most of them are to fill holes in your collection or are gift certificates to businesses you would purchase coins and currency. I didn't even know you could do that. That's kind of cool. You carry around the actual pieces or at least photographs of your prized coins and currency to show off to other people. You're a big show off. You stop at mints and museums with other major numismatic collections when you go on vacation. Yep. I love doing that. So if you go to St. Augustine here in Florida, there's actually shops there that have those Spanish coins. Spanish coins are amazing. All right, here we go. Let's keep on keeping on. You take vacation time, so be able to attend major coin shows or the American Numismatic Association summer seminars or the ANA in Pittsburgh, right? You spend more time online researching coins and currency for sale than you do for all other products or services combined, like new appliances, dishwashers, refrigerators, toaster ovens. You always pick up the cents you spot on the sidewalks and streets. You love those parking lot coins. They're amazing. That's mint damage right there. No, that's post-mint damage. I'm sorry. You pay dues to be a member of a coin club or subscribe to a numismatic publication. You understand jargon such as 09S VDB 65 Red by PCGS. Oh my goodness. We might be numismatists. You have ever purchased hobby supplies, okay? And you are reading this column. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. What a great little article. I like that. Patrick Heller for the win right there. That was fun. Fun for a Friday. Friday fun. Now let's hit over the +1. This is Psalm 119:24. Indeed, your testimonies are my preoccupation. They are my counselors. And I think this is part of the larger picture of Psalm 119 about testimonies. And I think if we try and wrap our head around this and try and think about the whole actual 119, it says the Lord's testimonies, not the fashionable trends of the rich and powerful, should guide a person through life. Yeah, we're not concerned, but there's a song called Royals by Lorde. Really interesting song. I probably should have had that one as my +1 today, but you can also look it up yourself. Yeah, we're not caught up in your love affair, right, with fashionable trends from the rich and powerful. Very happy with the Lord's testimonies. Now over here to 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is a fun song for Friday. This is Van Halen, Jump. And it is Van Halen, not Van Hagar. So listen, folks, I want to thank y'all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear, say please sub the channel. It's free. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stacker out.